So I'm trying to get a drink by Logan Paul and KSI Prime. Never tried it. I thought it'd be fun to pick it up here. Hi, I'm Will. I spent my 20s living in a boring area with not much to do. And so I decided to pack up and travel the world through Airbnbs while working a remote job. I was willing to do whatever it took to live a more fulfilling and enriching life. Join me on my adventure, turmoils, trials, and tribulations. And as I'm just like perusing Target and Barnes and Noble and all these places near the shopping center, I noticed a couple things. One, I'm like one of the only Asians here. Not the only, I've seen a couple here and there, but I'm definitely in the minority. It's kind of like Charlotte. But I don't think I really get stares here. I did more so in Charlotte. This place is actually pretty decked out. Like it's not some small town. Like the Target here is massive. The Barnes and Noble is pretty huge too. Like they have some legit stuff here. Like you can usually find probably anything you need. I mean, there's a Starbucks, there's a GameStop, there's a Five Guys I just passed. I see a Zoe's Kitchen, a Mattress Firm, a Best Buy. Like this place has everything you really need. I'm in the Greenville Mall and looking to find GNC, which is a place that might sell Prime. And yeah, this is my third attempt to find a place that supposedly should stock Prime based on their the website on what nearby locations have Prime. So we'll see if they have it. I'm currently in Greenville, North Carolina, which is where Mr. Beast lives and does his work. And I'm going to be trying out Prime today. Prime is the drink that KSI and Logan Paul released. Let's see if this is as good as it is anywhere, but especially in Mr. Beast town. And I do have a second Prime, the blue raspberry, that I could try later as well. Keep in mind, it took me 3 attempts to find a place to have this, even though, you know, the store locator said there's plenty of places. The Walmart was my first big shot. They had lines of Gatorade. They had something called like Body Armor, and then nothing for Prime. And then GNC, it was at the Greenville Mall here. They had a big sign in the front. The store was kind of empty except for a couple girls who were there to get like supplements or something. And then, you know, the cashier was like, "Oh yeah, we have it in the back." And I looked and looked. It was this tiny little bit of real estate in terms of the entire like mini fridge they had. And so they only had 2 lines for Prime. So yeah, I think they'll have to do a lot to really succeed here. Okay, let's try it out. Wow, that's a sharp taste. It really tastes like a Hawaiian Punch or... Whoa, that's very sharp. It tastes like Hawaiian Punch or any type of fruit punch you would buy. Not like Gatorade. Gatorade's much more watery. I think Logan Paul needs to do a better job selling it. He keeps saying 10% coconut water and electrolytes, but lots of things have electrolytes. Gatorade has electrolytes. And 10% is like nothing. Like I could tell you, hey, I have 10% good food in here, but 90% radioactive food. What are you going to care about more than 90% radioactive food? Plus, you know, I tried Vita coconut water for I think the first or second time a few weeks ago. I don't even like 100% coconut water. That said, this has a really nice, sharp taste. It's a bit too sharp and harsh. It's very sweet, very sweet. How much sugar's in here? Oh wow, 0 sugar. 2 grams of sugar. That's actually really good. How did they get the sugar so low? Must be some type of artificial flavoring, sucralose maybe. But yeah, I think in terms of just sweetness, it's really good for having only 2 grams of sugar. And so that's much better than Gatorade or Powerade, which dominate the aisles at like 30 grams of sugar. Now that said, what is the substitute for the the sweetener in here, and is it just as bad or not? Another thing to note is that this thing really has to knock it out of the park. A good salesperson sells the benefits, not the features. And Logan, whenever he's asked, it seems like he's just listing features like the electrolytes and coconut water, 10% coconut water. But people don't care about that. They care about the benefits. Not the electrolytes, but what the electrolytes get you. And in this case, that's, to be able to stay hydrated, not dehydrate, and have the energy to indoor athletic activities. So I think they still have a long way to go to claim more real estate. It's great that they're already in all these stores, but in terms of the amount in these stores, not as much. I think another thing to note here is that with Prime, they really need to sneak in there. I think they're really trying to kick it off with a bang, which is their marketing, right? But think about how Richard Branson had Virgin Cola come into the US and they were doing very well. Then Coca-Cola took notice and they cut them off at the knees. So if you don't want Gatorade to do the same thing, you shouldn't be like outright challenging Gatorade like Richard Branson did. You want to sneak in there and just slowly take up market share by the time it's too late. You don't want Gatorade to be alerted and then just cut you off at the knees and block you from entering the stores. So they're off to a good start here. Let's read the ingredients. From most to least, filtered water, okay, citric acid, okay, that's not terrible, coconut water from concentrate, dipotassium phosphate. So it seems like the biggest ingredient other than coconut water and water is citric acid. Then there's dipotassium phosphate, trimagnesium citrate, natural flavor, vegetable juice for color, sucralose, L is a bunch of things, like a half dozen things that I don't know what they are. Some of them, I guess, are vitamins. Vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin B12, otherwise named D-alpha tocopheroacetate. So ultimately, you get like a few vitamins in here, B, A, magnesium, zinc. You get some magnesium and zinc in here. 0 grams of fat, 25 calories, 10 milligrams of sodium. I mean, really, there's not much in here and even not much sugar. And so the packaging is great. The taste, has a lot of flavor. It's sweet, which is interesting. A little too sweet. It's like a little harsh. It's caffeine-free, gluten-free. I don't know. I think it's decent. I would continue to get it, but is it like something significantly better than Gatorade? No, because I really don't know what those ingredients are, and that's an issue. And really, the only benefits I see, I mean, they position it as a hydration drink. I mean, there's water. That's how you hydrate. But electrolytes, there's Powerade, there's Body Armor, there's Gatorade, and then the coconut water. I mean, there's coconut water already. I would position it differently. I would say 2 grams of sugar, but sweeter than Gatorade. I could say 25 calories, or natural flavors, or caffeine-free hydration sports drink, or the sports drink that doesn't have 30 grams of sugar in it, but tastes just as good, if not better. I don't know. It has some promise, but I think the whole 10% coconut water thing, it just makes me think, what is the other 90%?